helping you be you and have the equipment that you need to save your own life and be able to save our lives. I've been in the Senate a long time, and I've had a chance to do some really wonderful things to try to help Maryland and to try to help the United States of America. But among the greatest pleasures, one of the greatest joys that I've had is to know that I worked on a nonpartisan basis to establish the fire grant program in the Congress of the United States. I was telling the firefighters and their officer corps here at Marley Station a story. The story goes like this. I'm in Congress, I'm in the Senate, and I hear from my firefighters in Frederick County. They have tip jars up there to be able to collect funds to do the necessary equipment. Well, times are changing, more sophisticated equipment. And yet IRS began to fund, the Internal Revenue Service began to hound them that they weren't paying taxes on those nickels, dimes, and 25 cents, an occasional dollar bill, in a tip jar. I, not exactly being shy or dainty, wrote them a blistering letter and said, in this world, with tax sheets, drug dealers, money launderers, why in the hell are you going after my firefighters? Get your hands off of the tip jars. I did two things. I confided in my Republican colleague, Senator Kit Bond of Missouri, who was hearing the same thing from his firefighters in Missouri. I also talked with the firefighters to just hear how expensive this equipment was. So Bond and Mikulski in the Senate put together the fire grant program where money would be available for life-saving equipment. And it would be not by earmarks, but by merit and decided by firefighters. In the House, Steny Hoyer teamed up with Kurt Weldon of Pennsylvania because he was listening to the firefighters in Southern Maryland as well, and we put together the National Fire Grant Program. And why am I so happy about it? First of all, it's not that we acted like Republicans or Democrats, House or the Senate. We acted like Americans. We acted like we were in it for the country and for the people who would respond and protect the citizens of America. We weren't red, we weren't blue, we were red, white, and blue. The same way when you run into a burning building, try to pull somebody out from a terrible automobile accident. Respond to an emergency medical. You don't ask about political party. You don't ask about religion. You just show up and say, can I help you? And that's the way we need to be. So I am so pleased that we established this program and that we were able to put money in the federal checkbook, because I think that we would all be in a better place if we began to put politics aside and put people and those who serve the people first. So I say thank you, and God bless the firefighters, and God bless America for what we do here. I want to also just acknowledge all the leadership is here, County Executive Warren Newman, Chief Michael Cox, the distinguished firefighters, Jim Ediston, of course, from the Congressional Fire Institute, the people from the Firemen Association, and the Chief Associates. It's great to have you all here today, because while I got this award, I'm really here to talking about an award Anne Arundel County won on its own. I am so proud of the Anne Arundel County firefighters to be here at the Marley Station Firehouse, only 2 years old, and the county government should be very proud of what they do to have built such an outstanding firehouse. Look how modern, clean, efficient, functional it is for our firefighters. And it is here in this county, 31 stations, 550 residents, 200 incidents a day And in addition to serving Anne Arundel County, supporting critical infrastructure here in Anne Arundel County, from being the backup for anything that could happen at BWI Airport, to supporting Fort Meade and what all goes on there, and also to be able to respond to help the Naval Academy should something happen there. Critical national infrastructure, serving the nation, serving Anne Arundel County, serving the people. And yet, all the hard work of the county and the delegation, and all levels of government, we know that Anne Arundel was facing some challenges. And they were facing the challenges of the need to replace their self-contained breathing apparatuses, face masks, to enable them to be able to help us be safe. So guess what? They competed for the fire grant program, and guess what? Anne Arundel County has won a grant of $3 million. $3 million that will go to the county, and I can go to water. Team that identified the need to be able to do that. And what will the money buy? It will buy 530 of the self-contained breathing apparatuses and over 1,300 new face masks that will enable firefighters to breathe in smoke-filled rooms, to be able to respond in case of any kinds of other emergencies, biological, chemical, or nuclear. I think that this is fantastic. And if they had to do it on their own, because you can't do what they needed to do on tip jars or out of the county government all by itself. And self-contained breathing apparatuses alone cost $7,000. And why? Because it needs to not only function, but you need to be able to communicate. The protective gear can be $2,000. So if the county tried to do this, no matter how dedicated the executive and the county council, no matter how supportive the taxpayer, you need the federal government on your side and at your side. So you won this $3 million grant, and I think this will go a long way to helping the fire department here in Anne Arundel County, both volunteer and full-time service to be able to do this. In my part, I will continue to be part of the Red, White, and Blue Party in the Senate of the United States of America as the chair of the Appropriations Committee, hands across the aisle, hands across the dome, to make sure that we put $700 million in the checkbook that can be used for firefighters to get the equipment or the additional staff they need. So the way I want to thank you for the award is to do the job that people elected me to do, so you can do the job you were trained to do. So we're all in it together, and our job is to make our country a safer country, and doing it by all working together. So as I said, God bless you, and God bless America, the country we all so treasure. Thank you.